After months of speculation, posters, teasers, and one of the biggest hype trains of the year, Karuppu has finally hit the big screen. And honestly, it serves a little flat. Hello everyone, I am Adav Rajesh, and today we're going to be talking about Karuppu, directed by Team RJ Balaji, starring Suriya and Trisha, with music by Sai Abhyankar. At its core, Karuppu is a courtroom drama with a divine twist. A film trying to be a mass entertainer, a social commentary, and a Suriya fan service all at the same time. The story really begins with a father and daughter from Kerala who arrive in Chennai carrying nothing but a bag of gold, just enough to pay for their daughter's liver surgery. The father is played by Indran's, and I'll say this upfront, his performance is the single biggest win of this film. He nails every dialogue, every silence, every glance. He makes you feel every bit of his helplessness. Shortly after they arrive to Chennai, their bag of gold is stolen. The police recover it almost instantly, but to actually get it back, they drag into a return of property case. And that's where we step into the world of Karuppu. Daddy's home. The court here is essentially run by Baby Kannan, played by RJ Balaji himself, a corrupt lawyer who bribes, manipulates, and controls nearly every single proceeding within the court. His team of lawyers begin milking money out of Indran's and his daughter, stretching out the case endlessly. Stand against this injustice within the court is Preeti, played by Trisha. One of the characters is bound to push back from inside the system, and that just happens to be none other than the heroine. Unfortunately, her performance didn't quite land for me. The dubbing especially felt off. It didn't match her presence on screen.
I'm the first to have a degree for my family.
Moving back to the story, Indran's, who is unable to bear his daughter's suffering, he helplessly prays to the village's Ellasami, Karuppu, played by none other than Suriya. He then confronts Baby Kannan, who throws down a challenge to Suriya. Win the case the right way, no bribes, no cheats, and especially no divine powers. We only get Suriya properly toward the end of the first half, and yes, when he's on screen, he absolutely rocks the show. The fan service is loud. As the references keep piling up, we later drag on to some cheap shots at making the crowd go nuts. With these references serve no point to the movie, this also starts to drag the movie. We slowly start deviating from the actual plot of Indran's and we move on to a different case, and then the movie changes to be about how Suriya wins that case with and without his powers. Honestly, I wouldn't call this Suriya's comeback, but it has put his presence firmly back into the market, and that's a win into itself. Coming over to the music, Sai Abhyankar walked in with massive expectations after the audio launch, but here the score doesn't quite really mesh with the screenplay. Between the rough cuts and the constant mass music drops, certain sequences end up feeling like a long montage, sitting on the same shelf as Good Bad Ugly by Ajit. Overall, it does feel good to see a film of this scale hit the big screens after such a long wait, but Karuppu falls a little bit short of expectations. A cleaner screenplay with fewer crammed in references and a couple of logical loopholes being fixed would have made this a much stronger watch. This isn't the best output from Team RJ Balaji and Suriya, but I'm absolutely looking forward to whatever they do next. That's my take. If you have watched Karuppu, drop your verdict in the comments. Did Suriya's entry give you goosebumps, or did the screenplay let it down for you? Until then, bye bye.